By the close of the 1990s, Mariah Carey had unseated Madonna as the female recording artist with the most #1 hits. With the release of Rainbow, her 7th studio album, the singer decided to leave Sony and sign with another label. Free from Tommy Mottola's influence and the protective and at times restrictive confines of Sony Music, the 30-year-old Mariah would soon be flying without a net for the first time in her life.
She was really wanting to prove that she could get another #1 hit and that she could have, the same success that she had at Sony Records. Mariah went to like Elektra Records, Arista. They basically asked for bids from every company.
In early 2001, Mariah got her chance, landing a record-breaking deal with Virgin Records worth over $100 million.
It was important for Mariah Carey after she got out of her deal with Sony, to really present herself as an artist in control of her career and a person in control of her life. Mariah Carey at that point was behind the wheel of the car. A company like Virgin then had a tremendous financial incentive to make Mariah Carey a success.
Virgin's first step in marketing the new and improved Mariah Carey was a film titled Glitter. It was a pet project of Mariah's that had been bouncing around studios for several years. She was responsible for both recording the soundtrack and playing the lead role in the film. This workload, in untested waters no less, had Mariah working harder than ever.
I was working. I took it on my shoulders and said, I'm gonna work every single minute of the day. I don't care, I'm gonna make this happen.
She would fly in after a day of shooting or editing, come directly to the studio, work all night, get back on a plane and fly wherever she needed to go to do whatever else she needed to do, which is totally incredible and crazy at the same time. It would be impossible for most, and I don't know how she did it.
By the summer of 2001, however, the demanding schedule began to take its toll. And when Mariah appeared unannounced on MTV's TRL, her infamous visit shocked viewers and left the media speculating about her state of mind.
What was shocking about it wasn't that she just showed up. What was shocking that she was pushing an ice cream cart and was passing out popsicles and ice cream to the fans. She started stripping off her clothes and was wearing very, very teeny shorts and top, and she was rambling things, what sounded like incoherent statements.
She had just gone through that divorce. She was trying to prove herself in many ways that were personal and professional. And I think that was very traumatic for her in a lot of ways.
She was in a transitional period as a woman and as a pop star, and it was very, very sad to see.
Mariah's downward spiral came to a head on July 25th when the star's mother made a frantic 911 call seeking medical help for her daughter. Later that night, Mariah was admitted to a hospital having suffered an emotional and physical breakdown.
A lot of us have those kind of breakdowns, but Mariah, unfortunately, was having hers on MTV. I think her fans, actually, were very worried about her.
If you work as hard as she worked from the early 90s for a solid 10 years, you have to take a break. You have to.
Working like 21-hour days for 2 months in a row, I just got exhausted and I really just collapsed because it was too much.
She just needed a break. She needed to rest. She needed to be a human being.
Mariah's hospital stay pushed the Glitter premiere from Labor Day to September 21st.
I overworked myself and I paid the price, but my fans got me through it, and that's why I'm here tonight.
Critics skewered the film. The Village Voice called it a heart-wrenching debacle and infinitely mockable.
The first time I saw Glitter, I used the phrase, unfortunately my seat was facing the screen, all those kind of things, because she was in over her head.
She was ill-equipped to handle a starring role, especially in a movie with a hackneyed script and predictable plot turns. It was almost universally derided.
Budgeted at $22 million, Glitter tanked at the box office, grossing just over $4 million. The movie soundtrack was also a disappointment, with Mariah failing to chart a #1 hit for the first time in her career.
Glitter just seemed like a complete creative failure for Mariah Carey, and it was one of the first times we really saw her not come through as an artist, and that was very hard for her, and understandably so.
The two-tiered failure took Virgin Records by surprise. With more than $100 million on the line, speculation mounted that Virgin execs were seriously considering cutting ties with Mariah.
It was a tremendous embarrassment. And there was this kind of sense of like, look, this person's unpredictable and we don't really know what she wants to do and she's driving us crazy. There was a sense of, she's not going to be able to pull it together.
In January 2003, the label forked over $28 million to buy out Carey's contract. In total, Mariah received $49 million for less than a year under Virgin's roof.
They were basically paying her this money to kind of go away. And while that's obviously financially a really great deal, I think that it was very embarrassing for her and very humiliating.
The break with Virgin would leave Mariah Carey without a label for the first time in her career, a career many believed was at its end.